Hey guys, I'm Nicole and welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here with me today. It is a beautiful spring day. I am just so excited that it's spring. I love spring so much, probably because I really enjoy gardening and now is really the time for me to start getting out into my garden. I have been up potting peppers. I did that yesterday, and also I've been starting to lay down some layers of cardboard on some areas that I'm wanting to dedicate to new garden space. And so that's exciting too. And yeah, I'm just so happy that it's April and that it is spring. So I am a homeschool mom and I live with my family in the North Georgia area. And it's just, I don't know, it's kind of, I don't know, life is right now like, I don't know, on one hand, I really want to get out there and do all the spring things and just have like a full plate full of things to do. And on the other hand, I've been feeling more of a need to kind of slow down and to take more breaks and to have some times of rest. I think that's probably because last year I really set a lot of goals for myself, and most all of the goals were like within my home and pertain to either myself as a homemaker or just how I relate to my family. And I don't know, I did a lot of work last year. I really did. But I can tell that I really need to have just a time of rest, a little bit of a break. I haven't been really writing on my blog as much. I just haven't been doing as much. I haven't even been writing in my planner as much, which is crazy to me because I'm always big on writing in my planner and I do that very often. But I've noticed lately, really over the past month or so, I haven't really been doing that. And last night I actually decided I needed to sit down and write down some things for the coming week, and I did, and it was good because whenever I do write things down, it's almost like it's a big, I don't know, relief off of my shoulders because I know certain things are going to get accomplished if I have them written down and I can look back at them, and so that's good. But yeah, I just haven't had the motivation to really do that lately, which I guess is good in that like I'm a homemaker and I don't have to, stay on a certain schedule if I don't want to. That's one of the perks of being a homemaker. And so yeah, it's been nice to kind of just slow down a little bit, but at the same time, I want to make sure that I continue to get everything done that I need to get done around here. So I hope you guys have like a very good spring ahead of you. We've planned a few things, but not a whole lot, to be honest, this spring. We have, our goats are starting to have babies, and we've had, I guess, 2 does so far have babies, and we have one more. Her name is Nora, who is expecting, who likely will give birth in about a week or so. And so, well, we have these babies, and we actually have one baby that's a bottle baby. Her mama rejected her, unfortunately, but when we have these little babies, or like a mom about to give birth, we don't really, plan many trips or do a whole lot during that time, just to make sure we're there to make sure everything's going good and all of that stuff. And so yeah, we've just not really been planning a whole lot, and instead I've been thinking about things I can do in our house to just to make it, just to improve it in some way. We are living in a fixer-upper, and so there is a lot of room for improvement. My husband and my sons have done a great job improving a whole lot of things, but there's still stuff to do, which is absolutely fine. And that's just, isn't there always stuff to do? I've thought that at some point there's going to be like an end, a light at the end of the tunnel. But I don't know, guys. I think that in general, life is just like a process, and there's always going to be more things that need to be done, or after you go through your list and you do so much, something at the front of your list might be broken again at that point, and you'll need to go back to that, and that's okay. And I think that the Lord can really use those times to teach us patience and diligence and contentment and all of those things. While I'm filming this video, Passover it begins tonight, and which is one of the reasons why I actually decided to get my planner out to start writing some things down. As a family, we don't follow like the Passover rules or rituals as a Jewish family might, and not even as like in the Bible what it lays out, because we believe that was to the children of Israel. And while we believe all of God's instructions are so good and so wonderful and meaningful, that they might not apply to us as they did to the children of Israel at that time frame as they were, wandering through the desert, or as they were settling into the promised land. And so many of those things were tied to that promised land and things they were to do in the promised land. And so we don't really look at all of those rules, and goodness guys, that has differed for me through the years. There's been years where I felt like everything in the Torah applied to us, and then now I don't really feel that way anymore. And I feel like it's through God's Spirit that's been teaching me. At the same time, I know that all of us have different convictions and we're in different places of our walk, and that is absolutely okay. And what matters is that we are trying to serve the Most High God to the best of our ability. But anyhow, so for Passover, I felt the need to I tried to write some things down. I am going to make a meal this evening that's a little bit different, a little more things to it than normal. I'm going to make some unleavened bread. I also bought several books that I'm going to pull out for the kids. Most of them have to do with the Exodus story and about Moses, which is actually really fun because our 3-year-old, his name is Moses, and he really likes reading books with his name in them, which, I totally understand. That would be a really fun thing for a 3-year-old to do. And so I have those things, and then also for the very first time, I believe we're going to start to count the Omer up till Shavuot or Pentecost. And so I'm trying to get all of that together, and I realized I needed a list to get this stuff done. And so I'm really excited about all of that. Maybe a couple new traditions will be going on. Like I said, we've never counted the Omer before, and I'm putting together like a little goodie bag. I purchased a pack of like 200 just like little trinkets that you would have for like a kid's birthday party, and just some brown paper lunch bags. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a number on each bag and then probably staple it shut with these little trinkets in there for the kids for each day. And I think it's going to cost, the trinkets cost about $20, and that was enough for my 4 youngest kids. And so that is going to be really fun, and I'm looking forward to that. Let's see, my daughter, she does have a dance performance. My daughter, who's 21, she's amazing. She is a dance teacher at the Georgia Ballet, as well as a place called Crown Dance Ministries, and then she's also in a professional company, and they are putting on a little women ballet in April this month, and that's really exciting. We're going to watch that, as well as we have a couple of birthdays this month. And so yeah, I really did need to pull out that planner for Passover, and I'm going to continue to use it for all the things that I need to just make sure that I get done around here. That it's really nice to have like a planner as a tool to use, but at the same time be able to put it down if you really it's not serving you well at the moment. Or so many of our things, like our homeschool things especially, are just kind of done on autopilot, as well as like our dinner prep. It's just pretty much done on autopilot. So I can go through the week with our meal prepping, homeschooling, grocery ordering, and all that without ever writing it in a planner, and get everything done pretty well. But it's just whenever those extra things come in to the schedule that I really, really like having a planner, and it's good to rely on it. But yeah, I think that, like I said a little bit earlier, it's really amazing just to be a homemaker and to know that we have been given this time to we can pour into our families, and we can make our home a beautiful place, and we can make it a place where our family just wants to rest, and where all the things that love are. And at the same time, we have been given time to rest. We can plan out our day. We aren't at the mercy of an employer that tells us when we have to do things. We can do things the way that we see fit, and the way that blesses our family the most, and the way that glorifies God the most. And so I think that's really amazing, and just something I'm trying to teach myself, tell myself, be gentle with myself, because like I said, I have been just kind of, I wouldn't say slacking, but I have just been more restful, and I just haven't been as stringent on the things that I've been wanting to get done around here as of late, because I just needed a little break, and that's okay. We are human, and we all do need breaks from time to time, absolutely. So anyhow, I just want to thank you again for stopping in with me today. I hope to come up with, I don't know, I'm trying to do a couple new shorts. I just posted one recently about our gardens and our baby goats and probably a little bit of homeschooling stuff, but we are wrapping up the homeschooling for this year, which is really awesome. I'm super, super excited about it. And I'm already looking forward to next year. Isn't that the way it usually is? At the end of the year, you're kind of tired of those things, but you're really excited about the next year and what that holds and what you're going to order for that and how your kids are going to love it or, whatnot. That's the way I feel anyway. So thank you so much for stopping by with me today, and I will talk with you soon.